Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I've got your May 2025 reading coming up here in just a moment. Thank you all so much for tuning back in. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, I appreciate your continued love and support. If you're brand new, my name's Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. Welcome to my channel. I've gotten over the 1,000 and I'm now a paid partner. Be sure to check out the memberships. This will be changing up the way I do all of my formats. The good news is I'm going to be pouring a lot into YouTube. I'm going to be pulling back from my other platforms. They will still be there, but this is where it's at. So thank you all so much for helping me in my career, and I'm going to continue to climb. If you go to the description box, this will take you to my website where you can book personal private readings with me or mentorships. Reach out if you have any questions about those. All the way at the bottom shows all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Let's get going week by week. Then we'll get outcomes, some advice if needed. We're going to run Oracle to close out the reading. At the end, we'll do Connections Experiencing Issues mini reading, and then a Singles Open to Dating mini reading. Okay, here we go. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If anything does not resonate, be sure to check your other placements. Take what fits, throw out the rest. Here we go. Week number 1. King of Cups. Week number 2. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Week number 3. 7 of Cups. Week number 4. King of Pentacles. 9 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Emperor. Page of Cups, 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? Notes. Week number 1. 8 of Swords. Week number 2. The Hanged Man. Week number 3. Queen of Wands. Week number 4. 9 of Swords. 5 of Wands. 2 of Wands. Knight of Cups. 5 of Swords. 7 of Wands. Page of Swords. Justice. Strength card. Page of Wands. Interesting. What else can I tell? What else can I tell Libra? Week number 1. Empress. Week number 2. Ace of Pentacles. Week number 3. Magician. Week number 4. 8 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Interesting. High Priestess. King of Cups. 10 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. Hierophant. 9 of Wands. 4 of Cups. Hanged Man. So, Libra, you have this amazing opportunity coming up. This is either beginning a family. Some of you could be ready to begin a new relationship. Others of you are starting to look for work, and you get some amazing offers starting to roll in around the 2nd week. By the 3rd week, you're a little overwhelmed. Could be the same case for dating. Could be the same case for, all kinds of possibilities for this taking hold. I don't do health readings, but with the Empress and the Queen of Cups out here with the King of Cups, and this particular pairing about the Hanged Man, the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, it looks like there is this possibility of trying to maybe start a family. There's a new idea that happens here that gets your attention and focus about something else if this doesn't take. We've got the 9 of Swords leading you into, this waiting to see what happens. There's some stressful news possibly about you learning something and having to go back, regroup. With another king coming out, this is about possibly regrouping yourselves if you're trying to start a family. If you're not and you're looking for work, this is possibly there being way too many people. There's a strong lead. It feels like a really good fit. You have a great interview. It feels like you guys, maybe even get a 2nd or a 3rd peak of interest from this place because you're receiving offers, or they're making you wait. They're starting to get you to invest a little bit here with that Hanged Man. You're starting to sacrifice and invest a little bit while you're waiting for, all this payoff, because you're building it up in your head. It's suspenseful, especially with the 8 of Swords out here. You're putting a lot of emphasis on potentially leveling up. We've got the Magician, The King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles out here. This particular combo with the Ace of Pentacles is talking about a level up, like wanting to go for something better or something more fitting to a lifestyle you're trying to start or something like that. Like if you want to start working from home, or if you want to get back out into the corporate world, if you've taken time off, something to that effect. But there's this integration here. And let's see, I did pull for more clarity, lucky you. I do want to see about a few of these cards out here before I get an outcome. I will run out the bottom of the deck because we have, this is what I'm saying about there being, you know, a stalemate and this intense focus of you still trying to get what you've started the month, you know, thinking about, wanting to have happen. This is a creation. This is something that you know, feel very strongly about investing in to try to, you know, make this new life for yourself, or have this new way about your life. Or, you know, if you're the divine masculine, you're wanting to get a really deep connection. If you're the divine feminine, you're wanting to get that, you know, the happily ever after type of connection with the King and Queen of Cups out here. Affirmation. But the competition, there is something here that is fuzzing things up just a little bit. And then we have the Two of Wands out here about having to make a choice. The High Priestess with the King of Cups, Ten of Wands. So there's something here. So I do want to get a little bit more information from what's out here before I dive any further. Tell me about the Eight of Swords already. Strength card, Six of Wands. You're putting on a very brave face. There may be a lot of attention coming to you now. Maybe you've told people about what you're doing and people keep asking you, you know, how's it going? How's the job search going? Are you pregnant yet? Are you, you know, have you met anybody? Is there any promising leads? It's, you know, there's possibilities of there being extra people all up in your business, which might add the pressure here with the results you're waiting for. That's that Seven of Cups. This is way too many people up in your business. Okay. Out here so far, and before I get too much further, we have Leo that just showed up. And that's really it. The Hanged Man has to do with Neptune. The Empress has to do with Venus. Most people will call that Taurus, but it's actually Taurus and Libra. So this is you showing up to your own reading because that is your natural planet, Venus, as well as Taurus. A lot of people call this Aries, but it's the beginning of the deck. I don't remember which planet that's associated with to evoke the Aries, but Aries is the Emperor. Anyway, I digress. We have Cancer back here with the Chariot. So let's look at the Hanged Man. Primarily, I'm trying to look at the last Unicorn deck. Gave me a lot of questionable things. There's some good solid energy coming out from the Modern Love and from the Giant Tarot, but oh, we have a sideways. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Which is impatience. And then here comes the Hierophant. The Hierophant is this social pressure. I believe that's coming from possibly you telling people. There's a bit of a social pressure happening here. So you're feeling this with the Hanged Man and the Knight of Wands. And in the reverse, this is stressful. That's that Eight of Swords. The Nine of Swords. This is added pressure that you don't really need when you're trying to embark on something new. We have to be very careful about inviting other people in. I know that we want to tell people for the assistance and manifestation, if you can trust the people. We don't want to tell people that, you know, maybe don't really have our best interest at heart, like a public proclamation on a website or a platform, a social media platform saying, I'm gonna start dating, people who maybe still stalk you or that don't really think you should will be sending negative energy towards you. Or if, you're trying to start a family, somebody could be jealous. We've got the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands out here. So this could be outside people being very jealous of your ability to be able to do that. And maybe they can't, somebody will just be like, oh gosh, blah, 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 sending negativity. Whatever it is, it's not everybody is in a positive mindset. It's best sometimes to work at your successes and then talk about your accomplishments once they've been achieved, as to remove all of that outside added pressure, the extra questions, the extra need to explain yourself. Okay. Queen of Wands, what's that all about? Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? This is a lot of attention on you. A lot. And when you're trying to manifest, when people are negative, this influx of this negative energy, that feeling when you just feel like things are off, you can just feel negative vibes. It feels like you're having this moment of hesitation or second guessing yourself, or maybe you feel a little less than confident, and you're digging down deep to try to evoke that confidence and not let this outside infiltration happen. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups. That's something happening, especially with that Two of Pentacles here. I don't know if I said Two of Cups. I meant Two of Pentacles. This has the chop, all the emotions back there. You're just trying to keep it cool, keep everything tempered, maintain a positive attitude, because again, vibration is the primary law, attraction is the secondary law. So this is one of mine. This. If you don't, that's how universal law works. It is the primary law. Whatever your vibration is set at is what you're attracting in. So maintain as best you can. All right, let's see here. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. I think the advice may continue, which now we can just get an outcome, because we've covered the advice. Ooh, Empress. Stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize. The Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Keep your eye on the prize. Empress, this creation, the thing you love, the thing you want to do, what your passions are, where you feel drawn, where you feel, like your higher calling is evoking your attention. Keep your eye on the prize. Ace of Swords. Cut through all of that negativity. This is about elevating yourself past what other people are saying, learning as much as you can, staying focused, being dedicated and committed, and treating this like it is what you want, what you were put on this planet to do. That's that King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Seven of Swords. So you just have, your strategy needs to be optimism, positivity, and, just everything's great. Everything's great. Just tell people, just keep it short, keep it simple. Two of Wands, Four of Swords. You're waiting for things to pan out. People will know when they know. They'll know. As soon as you know, they'll know. And take your time. Pull yourself back. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Take your time. Manifestations take work. It takes effort for you to shift yourself into that vibration of knowing that what you're going for is meant for you, and feeling your way through that opening. It feels like things are supposed to be flowing if it's meant for you. If you're feeling resistance, there's maybe something you need to learn. Maybe there's a redirection happening to some obstacle, or a lesson along the way, or something redirecting you to maybe a similar avenue, but just a little bit different than what you were thinking, right? But we can't be focused on that, and we can't be clear to navigate our way through that if we have all of this outside infiltration happening. Okay, goodness. Affirmation. So Five of Wands, yeah. You need to get clear. Here's the Knight of Cups, following your heart, walking away from all of the noise. Seven of Wands, putting up your defenses and continuing to say everything's fine, remaining confident and assured in that, raising your vibration, raising your frequency. Again, Five of Wands, High Priestess, King of Cups, Ten of Wands. This is about you kind of just shouldering everything all on your own. Just pull back, take it all in to say, look, I'll let y'all know when you know. You'll know when you know. Nine of Cups, there it is. Holding hold of your cards closely to your chest. Focusing, buckling down. Almost disappearing for a little bit. You know, just disappearing for a little bit. If this is you and your mate trying to start a family, pull back. You know, take a little vacation. Just say, you know, we're gonna hibernate in our love nest. Bye. Get away. It's weird that you're involved. Just thank you for the well wishes. Now, we'll let you know when we know. Yeah. Ten of Wands, Six of Pentacles. If this is you trying to get a job, treat it like it's a part-time job. Some of you may already have a full-time job, and this is a lot to take on. You know, just pull back. I'll tell you when I know. Moon card, Four of Swords. Yeah, you don't need people stressing you out. You're building something, creating something, growing something, trying something. If you're trying to date people, you don't need extra, you know, opinions. They're not there. They're not experiencing it with you, and they're biased, honestly. People are biased from your previous experiences. You need to test out what you've healed from, what you've learned about yourself. That self-awareness that I talk about all the time in my readings. Now is your chance to be able to apply that. And you can't do that if other people are, oh, well, remember what happened with so-and-so. Remember this, remember that. Yeah, I do. I've learned, I'm aware, I'm watching. I just, you know, was looking for some positivity. But people naturally will try to protect you. And it's important for you to protect your own energy right now. Let's clean this up and get, I think we've covered everything. Let's clean this up and get some oracle. Okay, so we're going to get oracle now. We'll pull we'll pull a few from here. Your future higher self. You're stepping into a brand new chapter. Yeah, you are. We already discussed that. Learn how to honor and treat your body well. This includes reducing stress. This includes taking time out for peace. This includes, you know, going out into nature and trying to ground yourself. I know y'all have heard about that. Despite the frustration, you're on your way to making your dreams come true. These are those obstacles and lessons. You have to show universe that you're ready for whatever's coming in and start applying and seeing how that is all, you know, for the greater good of you figuring out your awareness, what you're being presented with, the experience, how to navigate through it. Don't fear a blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. You're shedding energies that no longer match your frequency. So you're building a brand new masterpiece. Other frequencies, everything you used to do, possibly some of these other people that are putting pressure on you may not be a frequency match for where you're going, the levels to which you're elevating. Let go. I mean, really let go, because there's something better on the horizon. And realize that you have all the qualities to be a leader. Balance all dimensions of your life, all dimensions: health, wealth, spirituality, peace of mind, emotional, spiritual, mental, all elements, all aspects of your life. Creative. The sacrifices that you make today will be worth it. Okay? Sometimes it's worth it to just pull back. Sometimes it's worth it to just keep things to yourself until everything is known. Sometimes it's worth it to just tell people, I need to have some space. I need to have some time for myself. Don't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone. We're all on this mission for self-empowerment, our own purpose. We cannot attach to a person, a place, or a thing. Your purpose is the only thing you need to be focused on, and everything else in your world will align as a result of what you're focusing on and how you're focusing on it. Okay. Very good. Speaking of, we'll look at the blank slate. Forgive yourself. That helps you to also energetically, emotionally free up space so that something more positive and more wonderful can come in when we're not holding on to regret, guilt, resentment, anger, sadness, frustration. When we finally are able to release ourselves from it, our heart space is open for something more positive. Eat nutritious food. Yes, your health, your wealth, your emotional space, your mental space. Exactly. Meditate. We're going to reiterate. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. Sometimes we need to pull back and process everything. We cannot have external influence taking us to places that other people are projecting onto us a lot of times. Practice mindfulness. There we go. Practice mindfulness. I was making candles earlier. So make a gratitude list and consider getting additional schooling or training. Okay, that's a great way to distract yourself as well. If you are going for the big jobs, if you're trying to level up in your career, if you are trying to, go for things that will elevate you on your path to making all your dreams come true, consider getting extra training, maybe some certificates, maybe some extra licensing might help. Okay. All right. So this is the end of the general collective overall monthly reading. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it here. If you are interested in connections experiencing issues, we will be covering that next. After that will be singles open to dating. Stick around if you're interested in either one of those. All of the additional readings will be paired off. Consider getting a membership if you are interested and enjoying all of this extra details and all of the extra coverage. The career readings, the finance readings will also be for memberships as well. Check my page if you would like to book a personal reading. Everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box, taking you to my website, where you'll also notice I'm booking mentorships. If you're interested in either one of those and have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll notice all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Be sure to give me a follow if you recognize any of those. I am going live there as often as I can, but everything's going to be poured into YouTube. Make sure you're giving me a follow. I look forward to seeing you all very soon, Libras. All the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. Bye. Now we'll be moving on to if you're in a connection experiencing issues. Connections experiencing issues. What does Libra need to know for May? Three of Cups. That's the you position. What's that immediate past? Eight of Swords. And your immediate future. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Libra. Showing up to your own reading. We've got the Justice card. Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm seeing here that you may be suspicious that somebody here was going out behind your back. I think you're going to even the score here with the Justice card coming out. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords back here. This is talking about some kind of clean slate. Goodness. We've got the Empress, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Wow. Six of Pentacles. I feel strongly like some of you are going to just want to get things nice and even, or maybe someone has said, I know how to make things even. Let me go out and have a good time. Let me go out and do what I want to do. Some of you may be facing somebody who wants to possibly go on a friend's trip. Maybe they want to go out for a night on the town with their friends, and you could be worried about this. Maybe they did something in the past that made you question everything, and now they want to prove to you that they've changed. Some of you are considering, this to be, a great opportunity for them to show you that they have what it takes to, because we do have, when I have 3 divine empress, 3 divine feminine together, it does indicate in tarot. Now this is the empress, it's not 3 queens, but there's, potentially somebody here who's going to be a very good influence on everybody. We've got, somebody who brings in attention, but we have lots of strong boundaries and strong moral code around this person. If that's a possibility, we have a very strong fortress around this other queen, so if you're the type of person who can't help it, Libras are known. I have a Libra moon. We're known for that flirt, for the being very flirtatious. If alcohol was involved in a past situation, and maybe something may have happened, maybe you don't know what happened and there was something bad, maybe you didn't come home all night, or maybe you didn't call, or maybe your person, did something and they wound up at their friend's house. This happened with my ex-husband once. I was livid. I was so pissed. I think this happened also where I turned the tables and I got even, and he was a narcissist, so he changed the locks when I came home because he wasn't down. He didn't cotton to that getting even stuff. So anyway, that's why we're divorced. But anyway, I digress. It's a little side story. It can get nuts. It can get crazy. You could deal with somebody being very immature who makes things worse. If you are saying I'll get even and you don't discuss this with this person, and they don't know what to think, they don't know how to react, they could take this opportunity to, give it back to you when you were just evening the playing field. I mean, this feels a little like that could end up in gameplay, because we've got 2 pages back here and the Sun card with the 5 of Cups. We've got some immaturity showing up, a little bit of some childish behavior here, which ultimately lands in there being some very long-lasting results that are difficult to undo. Maybe they don't land right. Maybe this... Anyway, I digress once again. Anyway, that's a possibility. It could go left real quick if we're trying to do something nefarious. But if that's not the case, if it does seem like things are more balanced now, maybe somebody has proven that they're not that type of person anymore, and you could trust this person, or they could trust you, sure, go out, have fun. This is a perfect opportunity for you to prove you've learned your lesson. You've learned your lesson. You're not going to overindulge. Maybe you're a little resentful here about, I can't believe this is still an issue. How long is it going to take for me to prove my worth? King of Pentacles with that 7 of Cups for some of you. You're a little disappointed that this is still a cycle, but hopefully, you're hopeful. Maybe this will help to raise their view of me and they'll think of me differently. Okay. All right. Cool. Indeed. Interesting. Again, check your other placements if anything does not resonate. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I think that was the outcome, but I want to get an outcome and then I will close y'all with some oracle for your little mini reading, Libras. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get a little outcome for you and... Oh God, I hope it's not that. Oh, because of the Queen of Wands. What's an outcome here? Outcome for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Somebody's still in their head. You may have scorned this person royally. They're going with the flow. They're not happy about it. Maybe trying not to think about it, but can't help themselves. If you go out with your friends, they may be up all freaking night long. They're going to be up all night long, pacing the floor, thinking about everything happening while you're out. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Here's the Ace of Wands, you know, the Knight of Cups. Ooh, that ain't good. They're like, you're just inviting in. You're inviting in the possibility, right? Why does this have to be a thing? Oh, King of Cups. Here's another 7. Interesting. You're inviting in opportunity for something here, and this person doesn't know why that's, you know, even a thing. Ace, ace, ace. Different aces out here as well. Knight of Cups, presenting themselves as, you know, possibly a better opportunity, or, you know, somebody to hang out with all night. Oh, they're in their head. Super duper 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 in their head. We have a 7, 8, 9. We have a 1, 1, 1, and then we have 7, 7, 7. Sevens are getting a call to take action. If I need to get myself ready to do something, whatever that something is, and whatever that action is, to be more fun so you don't want to go out, or to try to correct the situation. What do I got to do to make this not be an issue anymore? What do I got to do to make this go away? Or why is it not enough to just be, you know, with each other? Something like that. There's something here. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. These are very confusing sevens. This one here's just kind of waiting to see what's going to pop up. We'll see, but, you know, based on the energy in which we're operating, who knows what this is going to bring. It's almost like tempting fate. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's another Knight, and then here's a 5 with the Tower. Man, they're in their head. There's that risk. Is the risk worth the reward? Okay. Well, let us pull some Oracle. Again, if you need to book a personal reading, all that's in the link tree in the description box to tune into you. A lot of times we're just in our head. You know, we can't be in control of anything other than how we think, feel, and react. That's it. Everything else is outside of our control. People are going to do what they're going to do. You know, whether you keep them in the house or let them go out, they're going to do what they're going to do, no matter what. Only thing you can ever control is how you think and feel and react. You say what, you say who, you say when, you say how much. We got a guilty conscience coming out here. The outlook is good, though. This will turn around. Yeah, they're so in their head. In their head big time. Holding back. Trying to not, you know, add to the problem. We've got a storm warning. Wants another chance. Yeah, wants another chance. What's that storm warning about? Autumn. Signs point to yes. Too many triggers. So, unsaid things. Whatever the issues are about being in their head, unsaid things, this might be you. You know, you're just holding back, unsaid things in their head. You're just like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't want this. You're trying to be cool. Have you ever been the one who's just trying to be cool? You're trying to be the cool wife or the cool girlfriend, the cool boyfriend, the cool husband. He's like, yeah, I don't care. It's all good. But in your head, you're just like, why though? Like, why is this a thing? If it's not the way you are, you maybe not understand the way your person is. Or if your person is not that way, they don't get it. Okay, we've got in a few weeks. secret love. This could be what they're in their head about. Chaser situation. Yeah, they think that you're chasing this secret life, this secret, you know, this other way of being, this additional way, or you think that your person is, you know. I just think that they just want this other thing. They're always out there searching, looking, like why evoke it? Not understanding it. Expect a text or a call. We've got timeout or a break, and then reunion is coming. Maybe if this person has not hung out with their friends for a while, this is happening. Group is coming back together. Or if, you know, this urge has been stirring in this person to go and do something, or to be able to have a way about them, you know, extra freedom in their life and not be under lock and key. If they've been, you know, punished for past things and you've forgiven them and you guys were supposed to be in a union, they're going to test you. They're going to see if this is, we've got mirror games, mutual connection, runner situation. Mutual connection. Yeah. There could be external parties here. This could be friends or maybe family members. All right, collective, we're going to end that here. If you need to book a personal, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box, taking you to my website. I'm also booking mentorships. If you go all the way to the bottom, it'll show you all the other platforms where I also go live and post content. I do mini readings during my live streams where I do deeply discounted rates on those. So if you're interested, be sure to give me a follow, set all of your notification bells. Also offering memberships here on YouTube. So check those out if you're interested. All of these little additional readings will be going for memberships only, and they are very affordable, so please consider it. All right, kids, all of my connections, experiencing issues, all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. Y'all take care. Singles open to dating. Here we go. Single Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's look at it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's happening? What's happening? Singles open to dating. What's going on? Uh-oh. Okay. Eight of Swords in the reverse. What's that past position? Two of Cups. What's that future position? Six of Pentacles. Okay, I think you guys may land on something here. I think you guys may have started dating, or you're putting yourself back out there. You're maybe meeting some people. You could start to get some, you know, contact. Tell me about yourself. How are you? Do you want to go, you know, grab a bite one time or a cup of coffee? And then it's moving to something more positive. It's getting deeper with that Six of Pentacles. With that you position in the current situation, it's with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. It feels like you're feeling easy about this. There's a lot of transparency, a lot of clarity with this person. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Death card. Yeah, this feels like something new. Maybe like you've crossed a threshold of experiencing lessons. Goodness. Five of Swords, Hierophant, Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. Okay, Libra, Justice card again. Look at all these Justice cards out here. Justice, Justice, Justice. Look at you. Just showing up left and right. Now, Spirit does not want you to just be like, yay, jackpot, tra-la-la-la-la, let's tiptoe through the tulips and count butterflies and watch for unicorns, fart and sprinkles. Do not get ahead of yourself. This is, yes, it feels good, but there's a new you when you're dating. This is about being completely different than what you've been in the past, because otherwise you'll just repeat cycles, you'll repeat patterns. we're all mirroring all the time anyway, right? Everything happening is a mirror. So anything that comes up is going to trigger a feeling inside of you. You have to perform differently this time than you ever have before. That's what this death card is evoking. There could be the possibility for things to kick up. I was discussing this in a live the other day. This is not because a red flag happens and we say, oh, red flag, I'm out, bye. We're not scared woodland creatures out in the woods watching for any little triggers to send us into the terrified runner situation. That's not what putting yourself out there is. This is a time for you to dip down deep into what that lesson is. This is wisdom. This is wisdom. You worked hard to understand some things about yourself, to become more self-aware. So when the opportunity for something comes up, for you to become aware of how this person handles conflict. How do they react whenever you bring up a situation? Is it an easy conversation? Are they an avoidant? Are they gonna, try to throw the blame back on you? Or are they gonna try to blame everybody else around them? Now's the time to figure this out. This is the cause and effect of the situations we're being presented with, is an opportunity to move forward in a more peaceful manner, a more healed way of operating with that Six of Swords. You still need to have your guard up. If you're feeling any sense of something just irking you or, pinging your spidey senses, ask about it, talk about it, be about it, see about it. The Nine of Wands is not completely healed. I mean, we're not going to go out there and just be like, I'm totally healed and I'm ready. I want my person, because universe loves to make you prove it. That's just the way it works. You know how it is. You can't just go out and be like, all right, I'm ready to be a millionaire. Prove it. Show that you have the ability to commit. Show that you have the ability to overcome. Show that you have the ability to do whatever it takes to compete with people who are at that level, who have it figured out. Prove it. Show the universe you're ready for a relationship. Here is your type. Remember your type? You like your type? Yeah. Remember what your type does. Okay? Your type can get you in the love haze, get you in the honeymoon phase. You're wiser. You know better. You know better. Yeah, sure, it feels good, feels great, but we're all putting on our best face in the beginning. And so, yeah, of course, you're going to be very appealing. It's going to look amazing, but something happens. We have these little triggers, these little moments pop up, and this is a fantastic time for you to apply the lessons and prove it. Prove to the universe. And if you have to walk away from something that is not it, it is best to know before you get way too involved, or just overlook it, or hope you can change it, or maybe they'll learn, or I'll buy the lies, and not the action, because the action is where it's all at. If somebody's going to show you how they are but tell you something differently, you cannot tether yourself to the lies. Don't get lost in that game, that fool's game. Again, a personal detailed reading will be the best way to go if you are interested in getting more accurate outcomes for you in a specific situation to help you navigate through these things. Mentorships are a fantastic way to go further into detail about all this stuff. This will be a part of my memberships, where I'm starting to educate and invite people into this deeper knowing. As I continue to invest in myself, I will continue to bring that here to you all. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get the love oracle. What is being presented? What's that first little tip? We've got surrender your fears. What else can I tell Libra, Sun, rising Venus? So everything that's come out here has past person stuff all over it. If someone has not done their inner work and has not processed their past situations, they will carry this energy into a new connection. This will trigger moments of those red flags, where those flags will start to pop up. these little moments of scenarios that you experience with this person, going out on a date and how y'all, interact with everyone around you, or a conversation about a movie, or a disagreement on taste or preference or something. If there is common core values that you guys haven't discussed yet, right? They may still have this connection to their past. I'm seeing regret, change, ex-lover, and mask between the lines out here. We also have unfinished business with a soulmate. I do see signs, synchronicities, intuition, divine timing all coming out as well. So there's something here about a continued lesson. There's some sort of a lesson here. This is an alignment of being open and available for this specific experience. We have hidden motives and hidden meanings here with somebody coming out, especially if there is inebriation involved, if this person is under the influence a lot whenever they're dealing with you. They could be masking and hiding the fact that they're still attached to something they haven't worked through and they haven't come to terms with. They could be using other things in order to help them to let go. They may not be through something yet, but you're going to want to pay attention to your inner knowing. Wherever you feel safest, whenever you feel comfortable, this is whenever things are aligning for you, and this is an experience for you. And the second something starts to feel off, this is going to be Spirit warning you to tune in to that self-awareness and test yourself here. Test yourself with the experience. What's happening? What's this feeling coming up in me? What does this remind me of? What did I do last time, and how can I do differently this time to create a different outcome? How can I have a different experience this time around? Okay. We don't want to get hazed by the romantic feelings. Again, they're showing up, right? Oh, they're so cute. They're so this. They're so wonderful. Everyone is right in the beginning. Oh, not everyone. Not everyone. I've had a few bad first dates. I have, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that they showed their whole self right in the beginning, so I could just say, yeah, okay, not it. Let me see it up front. Let me know what I'm dealing with, and then I can just say, okay, no. That is going to be a wrap for the readings. Thank you all so much for tuning in, playing along. I hope this helped and resonated. If you need to book a personal, everything again is going to be in the link tree, taking you to my website, where you can also notice I'm booking mentorships there. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out. All the way at the bottom of that link tree will show you all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Make sure you're following me if you recognize any of those. Oof. From Texas, we could be auctioneers. We talk so fast. I'm wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that notification bell, select all, so that you catch me live, the content I'm posting. If you become a member here within the next month or so, you will notice lots of membership content's going to start popping up as of next week. So make sure you're tapped in and tuned in to catch all that extra details. If you need a paid personal reading, everything's in the link tree. I will see y'all very soon, ladies.